Ah, I finally have air. Just stopped. Got the can to recharge the system. And the old tactical minivan's feeling mighty nice right now, guys. This is awesome. This is one thing, yeah, I will definitely miss during SHTF, right? Is air conditioning. That's why I recommend making your bug out location underground, because it just stays cool all summer and a lot easier to heat in the winter time, right? And that might be good to talk about here as far as cooling SHTF, during SHTF. We're going to be working, right? You're going to be every day something's going to be happening, something going on. If you're down southern part of the US, yeah, you're going to have to really watch that. If you live up in the north, it'll be an inconvenience, but not as bad as if you live out in the desert or somewhere humid and muggy like Georgia or Alabama or something like that. He just is stupid down there. Anyway, cooling. It would be awesome if each of us could have the solar panels or hydro or wind power enough to power our air conditioners for the blah blah blah. And unless you've won the lottery, or you're a single guy with no wife and kids and a pretty good income, you're not going to have that. Yeah, because as far as the electric needed to turn the fans and compressors and all that stuff, it's going to be quite a bit. If you have that, I am so happy for you, I can't even tell you. If you're planning on that, yeah, go for it, dude. Yeah, it's not beans, bullets, and band-aids, but just the morale lift of working outside, sweating, chopping wood in the whatever, tending the garden, I don't care what it is, out on patrol when you get back. Just being able to step into a room that has air. You talking about just lifting your morale, and it puts the energy back in you too. You know, anybody that's ever worked outside in the summer when you're hot, it just saps all the energy from you. But anyway, for the rest of us that don't have the extra income to see that everything's set up like that, how can we stay cool? I hope that you have some sort of water source on your property, swimming, right? I would try to have it back to where it's protected from any unwanted eyes and unwanted everything, right? Close enough to your main house, whatever you want to call it, so that everybody can kind of keep an eye on things. But yeah, just damming up a creek, you know, I don't care if it's only 3 foot deep, just something to jump in and cool off. Cotton, okay? If you got a long sleeve cotton shirt and you soak it down in water, that will keep you cool. And it's kind of weird, you're like, wait a second, long sleeves, that's winter time. No. That evaporative cooling, as long as your humidity is not 100%, okay, as long as that water on your shirt has somewhere to go. But the evaporative cooling, it is really amazing. At work, the whole time I'm there in the summertime, I've got a bandana wrapped around my head. And whenever I'm not sweating and making it wet, I am taking water and wetting it down. And y'all can make fun of me if you want to, but if I'm sitting there and I got the fan blowing on me, I'll take water and wet the top of my jeans, my thighs. And almost instantly you can feel that area is cooler. It's amazing, that evaporative cooling. That's why we sweat. That's why God gave us sweat glands and blah, 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 blah. Is when we sweat, that water evaporates, that cools down our bodies. Wrapping bandana around your neck. They have the things you can buy that wrap around, and they do a good job, okay? They don't dry out as quickly as a bandana would. I know because I got one. They handed them out at work. And it did work. It was pretty cool. You look goofy, but hey, who cares when you're hot, right? Yeah, keeping some sort of wrap on your head, keeping water on it. And I don't mean taking a big heavy towel, okay? I'm talking about thin cotton, okay? If you take a big heavy towel and wrap your head up, all that's going to happen is your body is going to heat up the water in that towel, and now you're back to being warm again. So yeah, the thin cotton, wrap yourself on it, protect the back of your neck, throw it down the back of your neck, and yeah, keep water to it, or sweat if you're sweating. That'll help keep you cool. Keep an eye out for heat stress, heat stroke, all that other heat stuff. They watch that for our boys a lot in football, okay? They try to keep an eye on them. You start getting headaches and stuff like that, yeah, you need to go sit down somewhere. Wait till you cool off a little bit and then hit it again. That's why I recommend, what farmers do, they get up early in the morning and they try to get their work done before the sun starts beating you to death, right? Get your butt up, get that stuff done. Now I know that there is work that is going to have to be done whenever possible, and if that's at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it's at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. But yeah, watch your group, make sure they're not getting overheated. As far as cooling for your home, aside from the air conditioning, it's really tough, guys. We have Amish in the area. What you'll notice around their homes is a lot of times they have big trees providing shade, and a lot of times they'll have bushes, shrubs, things like that around their windows and everything. You get even that evaporative cooling off of the plants. The plants are constantly putting out moisture, okay? Now, I'm not saying it's going to be like, man, it's like 60 degrees in here, I need a blankie. No, I'm not saying that. It's still going to be hot, but it'll help out a little bit. But I wasn't kidding when I was talking about underground, guys. Okay, any of you that have been in a root cellar, okay, out at our location pretty much in the summertime, if we're getting heated up, we have a root cellar, and you'll open the door and step in there and it's instant. It's just the cold air hits you in the face, and it's amazing. And we'll just sit in there and cool off a little bit, and when we're cooled down, we go back out and do it. That is the one thing above anything else that I can recommend, is root cellar, for many different reasons. Of course, keeping your foods, but it doesn't have to be overly complicated. In my neck of the woods, as long as you got 3 foot of dirt over it, it's going to stay pretty even temperature throughout the year, okay? If you've got less dirt, that's less insulation, the outside temperatures are going to be able to penetrate, etc., etc. But yeah, I've seen people take old boats and turn them upside down on some blocks and then just cover the whole thing with dirt. You don't have to dig a hole in the ground. You know, if you're talking about down in Florida, where the water table's maybe only a foot down, when you start digging down, you all of a sudden you got a pond, and that's not going to do you any good. But yeah, you could just pick out a flat piece of ground, lay a slab or whatever else, chop down some trees, make your walls, your ceiling, try to seal it what you can. There's a little more thought that goes into it than what I'm just telling you right now. But then, yeah, cover the sucker with dirt. And that will be a nice cool room all throughout the summer. I don't care what time of day it is. It could be 95 degrees out and you walk in the root cellar and it's the best air conditioning you've ever felt in your life. So I'll leave it at that. What are y'all's thoughts on keeping cool during SHTF? Any tips or tricks you have, please post them below. And until next time, guys, see you after a while. And I gotta push that button.